Hey, you did it a little too fast, Matt. That's okay. Anyway, hey, good Friday afternoon, everybody. We went a little bit faster there than we normally do. We didn't roll our Ray Skillman thing. Regardless, our sponsor today, Ray Skillman Auto Center. Be sure to go out to Ray Skillman Auto Center on US 31 South. Say hi to Colt. Tell them that BAM sent you. And again, we're so happy that they sponsor us. Wanted to start off the day with the photo of the day from Lisden, Indiana. Photo by Catalina. I really like this picture. You know, ice isn't really fun to mess with, but it is pretty when you get it on some of the grass and some of the trees. Of course, when it's not too much, when it's not causing issues with power lines and stuff like that. But a nice picture sent in by her. Again, continue to send those pictures into us. We'd love to feature them on our live stream, and we'd like to continue to do so. So let's get into the forecast here. We do have some light snow chances as we work into tonight and into tomorrow morning. Not going to be a huge deal here across the state of Indiana and through the Ohio Valley, but some light snow is certainly possible. You can see it works from west to east throughout the overnight hours tonight, and then generally exits into tomorrow morning. Maybe some scattered snow showers lingering into the afternoon, but it's a quick hitting little clipper system of snow. We haven't had a whole lot, so we got to enjoy what we have, and we do have a nice little wave that will move through here. As far as total snow with this, we pretty much just got a very widespread area of 1 to maybe locally 2 inches of snow. Could create some slick spots here or there. Not going to be a big issue, I don't think. But hey, something to keep in mind if you're traveling from Lafayette or from Indy down to Bloomington for the big IU Purdue game tomorrow. I know I'll be watching. Go Hoosiers, of course. Anyway, just something to keep in mind if you are going to be traveling out tomorrow morning. Then we start to work into your Sunday and into your Monday. We've got another little system that's going to work through northern parts of the state. Temperatures are going to be well above freezing for most of the state with this system on Sunday, but if you're in northern Indiana, maybe another chance of some light snow across, again, the northern third of Indiana, especially up towards Gary, South Bend, Fort Wayne, those general areas there. But again, temperatures aren't going to really be supportive of a lot of accumulation with this. If we take a look at our temperatures midday on your Sunday, you can see the entire state is forecasted to be above freezing here. In fact, we've got low 40s down in southern Indiana. Not too bad for this time of year when you consider our normals, I believe, are still only in the mid to low 30s for the majority of the state this time of year, still dealing with above normal temperatures. Now, I want to go into next week because we've talked a lot about how there's not a lot of cold air for storm systems at this point. We just haven't had a good setup for snow all year. Based on what I'm seeing right now, mid next week may be really our only shot. I don't want to rule anything out completely the rest of winter, but this is the best shot that I've seen in quite some time, and it's certainly not a shoo-in. There's huge differences still in the model data. You can see my title up there. So still a lot to go through, still a lot to talk about with this system, but at least it's worth keeping an eye on more than any other system that I've seen over the last 2 months for the risk of some snow in the Ohio Valley. Certainly I'm not calling for that right now, not going to make any predictions that where it's going to snow or if it's actually going to snow. I just want to be aware that there's a storm system there. We've been targeting a storm date there for a long time, so it can't be ruled out. And we've got this high pressure to the north, and because that is there, it does create a better setup generally for a storm track further south into the Ohio Valley rather than a Chicago-Milwaukee storm track. However, if you take a look at the GFS model here as we roll forward, it has nothing. It's got the storm all the way down in the southeastern United States. It's got that high even further south. It suppresses everything. That solution can't be ruled out either. So certainly not a shoe-in for any kind of winter storm around here in the middle part of next week towards your Valentine's Day. But I want to at least keep an eye on it. It has my interest. I will say that at this point. It intrigues me. Certainly not a slam dunk, but something worth watching. And again, it's because this time around we've got more of that high pressure across the northern United States. And take a look at Alaska. We haven't had this really all winter. We've got a ridge of high pressure that's developing in the North Pacific near Alaska. This does allow for a little bit more cold air to seep into the central United States for a couple of days. Could time up decently with that storm system. There's a lot that still has to go right. There's a lot of moving pieces that we're going to have to keep an eye on, but at least a storm system worth watching into the middle part of next week. And you can see again, that high pressure there is going to help us out. I think that may be the key. If it is stronger and further south, it may keep us mostly dry. If it's a little weaker, it may cause issues, and then maybe the Indy area ends up with mostly rain and it's more of a track just slightly to the north. But at the very least, this is a system there that we need to watch very carefully. As far as that, as after that, we lose that EPO signature, we lose that ridge in Alaska, that high pressure. We start to get colder in Alaska again, and that does not favor good winter storm chances across the Ohio Valley. I think that after this week, it's going to be difficult for it to really come together. It would take a lot of different ingredients to get a good snowstorm around here. As far as March goes, you know, we're talking about that. We're only a couple of weeks away from March. Spring is getting very, very close. It's going to be March Madness soon. I know I'm excited for that season, but we take a look here at just some of our top March analogs, favoring a warmer than normal pattern across the eastern and southern United States. Once again, this includes Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, in those areas there. Maybe not a bad track for some winter storms up in the northern plains, but certainly looking at maybe a warmer pattern as things stand late February and into early March. And if we take a look at the average Indy snowfall in these analogs, this is about 6 years that we have in here, we're talking about less than 2 inches of snow on average for these analogs, guys. We're talking about 1.6. That's more than 2 inches below what we normally see in March for the Indy area. And so analogs right now are certainly not in support of good wintry weather threats beyond this week and into late February and March. So that is all we have for today's live stream. We're happy to take some questions for you. And I did want to point out, we did that little competition yesterday, or that little giveaway that we want to do. Not quite to that 50 shares yet. If we can get 30 more shares on today's post and you tag a local business that may benefit from our services, you'll be in for a chance to win one of the BAM hats. That competition is not over yet. We'd love to do that giveaway. We just need some more shares on that and some more people tagging some local businesses so we can give away that hat. Would love to do that for you all, and we're going to have more opportunities for some giveaways over the next couple of weeks. So again, if you're interested in our services or you know somebody that may be, info@bmwx.com. We would love to help them out. We just partnered up with Mallow Run Winery. We're going to do their event forecasting for their winery, and we would love to do more of that for other local Indiana businesses that we can help out. And really not just Indiana, across all of the country for the most part, we do some work for. So going to take a look at your questions here. Let's see if we've got anything good. I don't know if Vince is watching Periscope over there or not. I think he may just be doing some work, but let's look at our Facebook questions right now. So Travis says, so that storm will be Wednesday night, Thursday. Yes, it looks like it's going to be around that time, probably especially into Thursday as things stand now. John Thompson says, anybody want to buy a plow? Not been a good season. No, after those couple of days in December, it's been really bad. I know that guys are disappointed with that, and I wish I had some better news for you. You know, I know we're getting close to spring and people are starting to get itching for that, but we can't forget about that. Folks have livelihoods, and sometimes it does rely on plowing and salting and things like that, and it hasn't been a good winter for them. So let's hope that the next couple of winters pan out a little bit better for them. All right, Travis says, sun is out here in Battleground, makes the house bright with snow. Yeah, we've had some sunshine here at the office. We needed it. Gosh, it's been so cloudy throughout the week. It gets a little depressing. You get a little bit of cabin fever when it's so cloudy throughout the whole week. I'm excited to see some sunshine, even if it's just here or there throughout the day today. Brandy says, I'll take a good snow as my Valentine's Day gift. You know, can't rule it out. Not saying it's going to happen, but it's certainly worth watching at least. Ashton says, I need one of those BMWX.com hats. Tag a local business, share this post. When we get up to 50 shares from today's post and yesterday's post, or live streams, I should say, we will give away one of our free hats if you do tag a local business here. Shirley says, hello from Ellettsville. Hello, Shirley. Thank you for joining. Be sure to like and share this post so we can continue to do it. And again, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Ray Skillman. Be sure to go out there on US 31 South, the Ray Skillman Auto Center. They're the ones that make this live stream happen so we can continue to come to you all. So be sure to give them a holler. If you're in the market for a GMC or Buick, go talk to Colt. He will get you hooked up at Ray Skillman. Travis says, what does Sunday look like for Battleground? I heard light snow. Yeah, you may get some light snow on Sunday, but I think temperatures are going to be above freezing, so I'm not expecting much in the way of accumulation. Andrew says, how early you start looking at next winter? I think that we usually start the research in July, actually. We won't post anything about winter probably until later next fall, but it's always in the back of our minds. I can tell you that. You start looking at spring and summer analogs and curiosity starts to get a hold of you and you start rolling those years into winter and seeing what they look like. I'm not going to go into any kind of forecast for next winter. We have this winter still to worry about for the next month or so. David said, I missed it. What are the thoughts on tonight for Indy? I'll go back here just to show you kind of the sim radar and stuff. It's going to be very light snow. It's not going to be a huge deal, but there's just the latest computer model data. If you want more in-depth information about our services, especially for our snow removal services, you can contact us at info@bmwx.com. We really break down all of the details associated with these weak little winter storms. I mean, guys, it doesn't matter if it's freezing drizzle or heavy snow. We make sure to really break down all of the risk for our clients. We talk about how it's going to impact them, how they should treat things like that. Of course, we don't tell them exactly what to do, but we tell them the weather, which can help them with their business and can save them a lot of money. So again, info@bmwx.com if you're interested in our services, and especially on nights like this, even a little bit of snow can cause issues. So just something to keep in mind if you know of anybody that may use the service. Travis says, any snow for Battleground tomorrow? Here's a snowfall forecast just into tomorrow evening, so you can take a look at that and see what we are looking like right now. Matt says, thank you, Ray Skillman. Yes, Ray Skillman is awesome. Happy to team up with them. And again, thank you for sponsoring our live stream. We love that they have come on board with us and hope to continue that partnership here. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Eddie says, local doom and gloom TV is calling for snow after midnight in Evansville. I do think that Evansville could get a little bit of snow. It's not going to be much down there. I think the heavier snow probably stays just off to your north, but a little bit of snow in Evansville, not going to be a big deal for this time of year especially. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal for anywhere. It seems like a big deal because we haven't really had a whole lot of snow this winter. I know a lot of local schools down there in southern Indiana were closed today because of an inch of snow, and it certainly seems like in these more mild winters it takes less snow to get everybody hyped up on that. But hey, I'm all for a little bit of some festive flakes before we start to work into your spring. Okay, I don't see any more questions right now, so thank you all for tuning in to this live stream today. I'd like to thank my producer Matt today. He learned on the fly and he's done a pretty good job, so give him a round of applause. We're happy to keep doing this for y'all, and we'll be back early next week. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the little bit of snow that will come tonight.